What's going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we're going over the brand new batch that came out to the Japanese version. Oh my god, these guys are good. I was reading these this morning and I just woke up to them and I was like, this is what? So I'm still freaking out a little bit. They are very, 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 very good. Very amazing units, and I'm very excited to pull for this banner. I'll be going over the Sugo Fest details and everything in a separate video. This is just going over the new batch and exactly everything going on with him. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Okay, so you know how I mentioned that I woke up to this character and I was still freaking out about him a little bit? Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. I would have to say this character is probably one of the best characters in the entire game. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna go over it in parts. Okay, so the Whitebeard Captain ability, when you have this new Whitebeard and Marco, is gonna be a 3.5 times Psi booster and then 2.75 universal booster. He's also going to reduce damage taken by 20%, and Psi slots are treated as beneficial for the entire crew. So if you have Int and Psi in your team, that is an Int and Psi there. So 2.75 and a 3.5. So the first thing you got to know about this character, he's a 2.75 universal character. And going into Marco, he's the same thing, except it's going to be Int at 3.5 and 2.75 to everything else. But then instead, he's going to boost recovery by 1.25. Now, higher recovery would be better, but 1.25 times the recovery boost, if you're using double Whitebeard Marco, multiplied together is significant. So you're going to see with like 3-4K meat orbs easily, depending on your teams. And that's really, really good because this character does not have an HP boost. The fact that Whitebeard can reduce damage and Marco can heal makes this a very good captain when you need to use him early on in the initial stages. The fact that it's also a 3.5 times booster non-conditional to a specific color is also very good. And the fact that you can make Int or Psi teams depending on what you want to do is really strong. I can already see if you're using a version 2 Shanks friend captain with this character, it will be very, very strong as well. So you can definitely use a lot of different teams with this unit. Going into the dual captain ability, we're going to see it's going to boost the attack of Psi and Int characters by 4.25 non-conditional, 3 times attack to all of the characters, and boost recovery by 1.5 and reduce all damage taken by 20%. Int and Psi slots are treated as beneficial for the entire crew. Now, what's really nice here is that this is not really counted as a beneficial orb enable. It is just beneficial orbs based in the captain ability, which is very strong. The thing is, when you use a special ability, it recovers 20,000 HP, cuts all enemies' HP by 30%, and then changes all orbs into Int, Psi, or Recovery, and become Whitebeard Marco for 3 turns. So the special ability, again, 20,000 heal, 30% HP cut, and changes Psi, Int, or Recovery into the thing. All slots into Psi and Recovery, which is really, really, really strong. A full board Orb Manipulate is very, very good. I like that a lot. And the fact that Psi Int is also very good. So, there are a lot of things about this that are really, really good. For the heal, it's basically a full heal on your team, as well as cutting all enemies by 30%. Barrier's obvious problem here, but you know, the character that can fit on this crew is going to be Psi Law, so you can bring a Psi Law on this Marco and Whitebeard team, and that will be 2 30% HP cuts, which will bring you below 50% HP. I believe it's like, can't remember exactly how much, but on a boss that has 10 million damage, that makes it you have to do significantly less. And if you want to bring any kind of universal boosters, you have a lot of options for that as well. Unfortunately, G4 Luffy does not fit on the full boosting of the team, but you can bring him. Now, one of the characters, even though he is not Psi or Int, that I would think be a very good unit to bring on this Whitebeard and Marco team would be the brand new Whole Cake Island Pedro. Now, that's before I go over in the batch details and all that. And the reason is because he's a universal booster. And you may want to bring an inside booster, but go in a different direction. But that would actually be a very good unit to bring for a 1.75 type boost and or boost. Another unit you can bring with this character would be V2 Shanks, obviously very good. V2 Kainu, obviously very good. And you could even go as far as V2 Aokiji if you want to go for a full Psy route. My personal opinion is I would stay the best character sub for this team would definitely be V2 Shanks if you're going to go Psy or Int, if you're going to do a full universal type team. However, it may not be the best. That's why I was saying Pedro would be a better fit, because you would actually boost the entire crew regardless of what they would be at double 1.75. Marco's Sailor ability is going to be a plus 75 to Psy and Int, as well as Whitebeard giving Psy and Int, and then the dual Sailor ability is going to be Int and Psy, which is great. And then if you're looking at the swap ability, which I didn't have enough room to fit on the page, is going to be reduce 1 turn of paralysis and special seal on your entire crew. That means if you pop both of them, that's 2 turns of paralysis and special seal for the entire crew. Now, nowadays, there are a lot of characters that have entire crew reduction for paralysis, as well as entire crew reduction for special seal. So there are a lot of units that you can bring. Now, the most recent batch that just came out before this has special seal reduction on them. So I think it's the new V2 Sanji batch, and I believe the batch before that. I'm not really sure. But a lot of them do already have silence reduction on their crew abilities. So now we could actually use Whitebeard Marco and get rid of all the silence on our crew, as well with maybe up to 3 or 4 turns of silence, and also just use Sailor abilities as well as Captain swaps to get rid of them, which would be really OP, and that's a huge thing. Special silence happens a lot, paralysis happens a lot. These are things that are very prevalent, so definitely a very cool thing to have. His max stats, he's going to max out at 1874 attack for candies, which is 2074 attack. Super strong. He's going to get Psy damage reduction, Int damage reduction, and the thingy, slot seal self reduction, which is also very good. Unfortunately, not like Luffy Ace, he does not get rid of slot seal entirely, so you cannot get rid of slot seal on yourself. But I don't know what the slot seal is going to max out at. We'll probably have to check that out when he comes out. And he maxed it out at 16 turns, not a tiered special, just really strong character overall. Love this unit. Definitely a top tier unit in my opinion. If I was going to look at this unit, I would say he is as strong or stronger than Luffy Ace, depending on the content they're going to be running him for. And we're going to have to see as time goes on if this character is stronger than Luffy Ace, but definitely a very strong unit. And the next character we're going to go over is going to be the brand new Boa, who's going to have slot seal self-reduction as well as pinch healing. She's going to max out at 1412 attack at max limit break with 13 turn cooldown. Our captain ability is Int and Psy Captain, and boost recovery rate by 1.2, attack by 2.5. Special ability, delay all enemies for 1 turn. If there's more than 3 or more in characters in your crew, change block orbs into matching and boost attack against Psy and Int by 2 times. The next character we're going over is the brand new Mihawk, who's going to max out at 1501 attack, 3099 HP, max out 14 turns, has enrage and crit, so he's going to be the heavy hitter. His captain ability is boost the attack of slasher characters by 2.5 and HP of Psy by 1.3, so not really supposed to use him as a captain, but whatever. Special ability, 50 times character's attack and typeless damage to 1 enemy, reduce enemy's barrier duration by 1 turn, and if there are 3 or more Psy characters on your crew, change own orb into Psy and amplify orb effects of all characters by 2 times. I'm feeling you could skip this one. This one I don't really care for. He does 50 times attack to 1 enemy, reduce barrier duration by 1 turn. That part is cool. I don't really care about it that much. Like, if I really cared about barrier duration, since we're bringing him on a Whitebeard team, I would really bring Charlotte Amon. She's a 50% fucking HP cutter, or a 20% HP cutter if you wanted to bring her for another reason. So I'd say Charlotte Amon is a better pick for the team you're already running, and she'll do more damage for your team. But, I mean, having an orb, 2 times orb booster is nice, but there are a lot of other orb boosters to use, so this is probably the skip for me. Apparently nobody cares about Strawberry. That's all I'm gonna say. There's no max stats and stuff for Strawberry, but you know, we got the captain ability and everything. But no one cares about Strawberry for some reason. Everybody hates Strawberry. Why you gotta hate on Strawberry, team? No stats? What's going on? Sad face. Captain abilities for Strawberry is going to boost Slash and Cerebral by 2.25. Okay, now I understand why you don't care about Strawberry. Reduce crew's binding attack, despair, attack down, and chain lock duration by 2 turns. Reduce enemies' berry duration by 1 turn and deal 50,000 fixed damage to 1 enemy. This character is garbage. Fucking garbage, rare recruit. Next. And the next character we're going over is going to be the brand new Kizaru. Who's going to max out at 1441 attack. And they keep doing Kizaru dirty. Why is he always a rare recruit or not like a subpar legend nowadays? Why do they always do Kizaru dirty? Maxes out at 11 turns, which, like every Kizaru, is super fast. That's great. 2642 HP, has into damage reduction as well as berry penetration. His captain ability reduces special cooldown of all characters by 1 turn. That's good. Boosts the attack of fighter and shooter characters by 2.25. They keep doing him dirty. And special ability is going to change adjacent orbs into matching. Reduce special cooldown of Psi and Int by 1 turn, and if your captain is a Psi or Int character, lock chain multiplied by 3 turns. By 3 times for 1 turn. Okay, I take that back. That's fucking fire. Yeah. V2 Rayleigh is who? I think V2 Rayleigh is a character, right, in this game? That he's supposed to be good. Holy shit, there are so many 3 times chain lockers now. Wow! Okay, so Kizaru, awesome unit. 3 times chain locker is great. On a side note, we also have Int Moria too, so you do not have to use this Kizaru if you have Int Moria already. You could even get away with Int Moria. And the fact that you can use, you need 3 side characters on your team. This could make it very, very easy to get the 3 Int characters on your team if you use the limited rare recruit Moria. If you don't have him, this rare recruit Kizaru is very, very strong, so definitely a very good unit to have. 11 turns is amazing. The cooldown thing, I don't know if it's going to be super necessary, but might make the thing really nice if there is like a rewind mechanic or something like that. Adjacent into matching, also not very useful nowadays. 11 turns on this special ability, not really understanding why the other parts of this captain ability or special ability, but the 3 times chain lock by itself is really strong. Thoughts and opinions on the whole batch? I really like Marco and Whitebeard, not really in love with the whole batch. Kizaru is a great unit. Mihawk's kind of subpar. Strawberry is really subpar, but the Boa is definitely the one to want. If you have the new Whitebeard and new Whitebeard Marco combo with the new Boa, that would be very, very, very strong. I'd say the Boa is probably the must-have unit of the batch, and every other unit you could probably have replacements for that you already have in your box. One of the units that comes to mind is Rare Recruit Hina, and Rare Recruit Hina is a 1-turn delayer as well as a 2 times color affinity booster for Psi and quick units, as long as your character is a Psi captain. So if you are using a Psi captain, which I believe is I don't remember which one's the Psi one. I think it's Whitebeard. If you're using Whitebeard as a captain, yeah, it's Whitebeard. Then it would be a very good unit to have in your team. If you're going for a Psi team, and then using the V2 Aokiji as well as a sub, would give you a 2.25 type booster as well as everything else there. So it would also give you a 4.25 boost non-conditional based on your team, so that'd be also very strong. And you could bring quick units on your team if you did want to, and that would actually boost your team even further. You could even bring the Rare Recruit Sengoku on this team, because at that point you would have more than 4 Psi or quick characters in your team, and that would also be a good character to bring. There's a lot of variations here that I really like you can bring. You can even go with a V2 Shanks, a V2 Akainu build, and you can have those 2 as subs in your team. So there are many variations that you can bring to this team, and there are a lot of different options. I like that you can use both of the colored type teams with this team and use the strongest characters for boosters, and also bring side characters that are also units for those teams. As long as you're bringing like 1 or 2 of them onto the team and still have a minor boost on those characters. So that to me is a very, very cool thing. And I think this character is probably one of the top legends in the game if you had to pick anybody, because of the silence and paralysis reduction mechanic, as well as having a dual captain ability switching between Psi and Int. Very, very useful overall. Alright guys, my name's Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if you did, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Of course, the new video going over the Sugofest banner, as well as some of the other units that came out, are going to be in a separate video, because this just cut for time. You get 2 different videos. Alright guys, have a great rest of your day. Peace.